Was oh shit. Welcome to the Gonzo Sports Room. I'm Chris. He's Steve.
What's up, baby?
It was a big weekend in sports over the weekend. How you doing, Steve?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Not too bad. My bracket ain't doing too good, but I'm doing decent, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I don't think anybody's bracket's doing that good.
I got a perfect bracket.
Shit.
I don't think there's anybody that has a perfect bracket out there anymore.
No, I don't either.
There's no way. Unless you filled out 500 brackets and just put all these different scenarios, there's no way you got a perfect bracket.
I still don't even think you'd get one then.
No, I don't think so either.
Anybody who tries to say they saw the tournament unfolding like this, they're lying straight through their teeth.
Well, honestly, I seen Oral Roberts winning their first two games. I kind of seen that coming, and also seen Oregon State winning their first two games, and they're probably going to make it to the Final Four. And
Loyola fucking blowing out Illinois.
I actually bet
they didn't just beat Illinois.
Waxed them.
They controlled the whole fucking game, dude, from start to finish.
I seen it coming, Chris. I could have told you. No, I'm just
from start. I had a couple buddies telling me, "Hey, that's going to be a tough game." Fuck. I guess they knew it.
They knew it. They should have. If I would have knew, I mean, Loyola is known for coming in the NCAA tournament making some noise. They seem to always fucking do it. So, but I just don't understand how they beat Illinois. Like Illinois must have played terrible. I don't see how they fucking got beat by Loyola that bad.
Thing is, I don't know if it was Illinois playing terrible or if it was Loyola's defense was that fucking good.
They might just be that good, man. I mean, fuck.
I know that damn center they got, he was fucking unstoppable against Illinois. He was making them dudes look silly.
Who they play, Oregon State?
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a hell of a game, man. But if Loyola plays anything like they did
if they play like they did Saturday, I don't see anybody fucking beat them.
But Oregon State got a lot of...
But can they play like that for another complete game?
I think, like, either way you look at it, Oregon State or Loyola, I mean, they're both they're both like Cinderella stories. So one of them's advancing. So that's what's kind of crazy is that one of the underdogs are advancing no matter what. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a good one. That's one of the games I'm excited for. You know, two underdog teams going at it. Sweet 16. Yeah. I think it's going to be a fucking good game, dude.
Yeah, Oregon State got hot at the right time because they were struggling. Then they got into that tournament, and fucking the Pac-12 tournament, and just turned it on.
They won the Pac-12.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, they turned it on, man. They look good. That's why I picked them to win two games in the tournament. I didn't pick Oral Roberts, by the way. I was just joking, but that's why I picked Oregon State because I seen them play. I watched that Pac-12 championship game, and I was like, this team's got fucking dogs on it. And so I was like, I'm gonna take them to win their first two games, and then shit, maybe they'll go further.
Couple of things that stood out to me over the weekend is the Big Ten overrated and is the Pac-12 underrated? Big Ten had 9 schools in it, and Big Ten only had one school advance past the second round, and that's Michigan.
The Big Ten.
Pac-12 has only lost one game in the fucking tournament.
And what game that was? I don't want to make you look it up.
I wanted to say it was
I'm just curious.
Colorado. Because USC's still in, Oregon's still in, Oregon State's still in, UCLA is still in. And during the season, everybody was talking about how the Pac-12 had gone down, and all you heard all season was the Big Ten was the best basketball conference. Big Ten's the best basketball conference yet. They had one team that's still left in it.
I thought Big Ten.
Now, whoever would have thought that?
Big Ten didn't come to play, man. I think they're better.
Well, here's my
than
thing: is it that the Big Ten was overrated, or is it that the Big Ten was tired from where you play all them damn conference games this year with the COVID and stuff? It was basically you're playing conference, so all them Big Ten teams were beating the hell out of each other each night, and they played that physical style. I'm wondering if by the time they got to the tournament, if it wasn't fatigue instead of them being overrated.
It could. That's a good thought. That's a possibility.
Where these schools from like the Pac-12 and stuff, they're getting hot at the right time. And it was like the Big Ten got hot early.
They
peaked too early, and then I don't I don't know what it is, but
it's something because I don't think that these Pac-12 teams are that much better than. I don't think they're better than the Big Ten teams. I really don't. But the Pac-12 teams came to fucking play, man. That's all I know. Them motherfuckers are.
And the reason I said that because like in wrestling, that was something we used to talk about is how it might be an advantage if you were a top recruit to not go to a Big Ten school because that Big Ten schedule, all them guys beating the hell out of each other all season long.
Right.
And it seems like a lot of them guys come into the tournament with injuries. Where if you go to another school, you're not wrestling that grind every day. Then you're coming into the tournament a little more fresher. That was the thing.
That's a good point.
Me and Abbott used to talk about that.
That's a really good point. And
I'm wondering if that isn't maybe some of that same in basketball where, you know what I mean, they grind on each other, and they come into the tournament and they're more fatigued than what these other teams are that don't have that, where their conference isn't that tough, where they have to play. I mean, the Big Ten, you have to play a great game every night to win.
That's what I'm thinking. I think, honestly, if you ask me, I think a lot of it is that. Plus, I think that a lot of these teams, like the Big Ten came in as like expected to win. And I think it's an underdog year because these teams have nothing to lose. They're supposed to lose. So they go in there and they're all riled up and the crowds aren't like they normally are that control. Like the big teams got the crowds on their side. You know what I mean? And that makes in college basketball, that's everything. Because these kids fold, they're kids. And when those crowds are going crazy and shit, it's easy to come in and have nothing to lose and you don't have this big ass crowd. It's easy for teams to lose momentum and lose motivation when they're like, fuck. I mean, you know what I'm saying, man. Like, I just think that it's to the underdog's advantage this year. I think that has something to do with it.
I think, yeah, some of it because we don't have the biggest crowds. I think that could help. But also, that can help an underdog too because you can feed off that if you're playing because if the underdog's close, the fans start going crazy and get on the underdog side.
That's true.
So I mean, I think it works both ways. But I think the crowd has affected the tournament because it ain't a full crowd. But a lot of these teams, this is the first time they played in front of any crowd all season.
Right.
You know what I mean? That makes the game game different.
It's such different circumstances that there's too many upsets, and like it's not just like teams are getting upset; they're getting blown out and upset, and that's just not normal to me. I think there's definitely something to it.
Illinois was never in that game.
That's what I'm saying. Like
it never felt. Not one time during that game did I ever feel like Illinois was going to make a comeback and win that game.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
there's no way. I mean, usually an underdog gets a lead like that. You're just waiting on the other team to get going.
And that's how it's been all tournament. These underdogs are getting these big leads, and then it's just staying there.
But in that, yeah, because when I watched that game, I'm thinking, oh, Illinois is going to get going. They're going to go. It never happened.
That's what
And like Oregon. I'm not saying Oregon's a bad team, but Oregon blew Iowa out, dude.
And that's crazy to me. I had Iowa going deep into the tournament, so that really fucked up my bracket too. But I didn't see Iowa fucking getting blown out by it. I overslept and I didn't get to see that game. But I looked at my phone when I woke up to see if Iowa won, and they lost like
it was a close
95 to 80 or something.
It was a close game with about a minute and a half, 2 minutes left in the first half, and then Iowa fell apart right before halftime. Went in, I think 8 or 10 down at halftime, and they really never got no closer. And I think they might have got within like 6 one time, and then they couldn't hit nothing, dude. Their only guy on their team that could score was that Garza. He had 36. So he had like 23 in the first half.
Right. And I've been noticing that. Like,
but them other guys that usually hit the threes, that Bohannon and that Wieskamp, Wieskamp ended up having a decent game. That Bohannon didn't hit shit, dude. He was way off all night.
That's what I mean. Like, you give that dude a fucking crowd, and he knocks down a three, he's going fucking crazy. You get that big bucket, and
they couldn't get.
You get that big bucket, like that's what like
Iowa can never get that big bucket,
right? And it's like a lot of these teams, like they get way fucking down. and then there's just no chance. That team just maintains that lead because the team can't get no momentum because they'll come down and finally hit a big bucket to get a little closer. And then it's just like dead crowd, dead silence when they hit that shot. Like, it's just hard for them to, I don't know, man. It's kids. At the end of the day, these are kids. And that's why I feel that way because
I think Gonzaga has the best. I think Gonzaga's probably going to win it. They've looked like the most complete teams out of all the games I've watched so far.
Gonzaga's looking tough, man. Scrap dog, man. That's old scrap dog right there doing his thing. Oh, man. Gonzaga ain't winning it, though. It's Baylor, baby. Baylor all the way.
Lay down.
Nah, I got Baylor winning it, but Gonzaga honestly looking the best. But we'll see.
Yeah, what was it? Oklahoma played Gonzaga tough for a little while. They just ran out of steam. That Reeves from Oklahoma's tough.
Yeah. Gonzaga's just so good, man.
Really, there wasn't that many good games yesterday.
Who does Gonzaga play coming up?
They're going to play Oregon.
Oregon's on fire. I'm telling you right now, Gonzaga's going to have their hands full.
No. I lied.
Okay.
Wait a minute. It's going to be the Sweet 16. They're going to play Creighton.
They play Creighton? Oh, they're going to win that game. They're probably going to blow Creighton out.
They play Creighton, and USC and Oregon play each other.
USC and Oregon are two teams that are fucking red hot.
Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a game.
That's going to be a hell of a game. I can't believe fucking USC beat fucking Kansas by like 40 points.
No.
I cannot see what I'm saying? There's something to it, bro.
Which Kansas was a little inconsistent during the year, but I never thought that would happen.
There's something to it, bro, because there's no way USC in a regular year, full crowds and everything, there's no way USC is beating. They might beat Kansas, but they're not beating Kansas by 40. It's just not happening.
Yeah, Pac-12 has only lost one game. That's crazy. Big Ten had 9 schools and have 1 school left.
I thought Big Ten was going to do their thing, but this, like I said, this is a year of upset.
No, I thought Big Ten could have had 2 teams in the Final Four.
Yeah. I had Iowa going to the finals. You had Illinois going to the final. You had Illinois winning it all. I had it on my bracket. I literally have Illinois scratched out making it to the final game, and I chose Baylor. That's how I was going either way. I didn't know. I went with Baylor, but
I thought you had a good chance. I thought you had a chance to have Illinois in the Final Four, Michigan in the Final Four, and fuck, Michigan's the only one left.
Yeah, I know.
And they're missing a player.
I think LSU. I had LSU beating Michigan, man. I wish they would have.
I thought there was a couple calls in that game that went the other way that kind of took LSU out of that game at the end.
I believe it.
But that happens in every game. I mean,
yeah.
That's part of basketball. That's one reason I like football and some of the other sports more than basketball. Yeah, you see some bad calls in football. But there's a lot more gray area in the NBA. It's a lot more judgment calls in the NBA than what there is
except for holding.
Than what there is in the NFL. Yeah,
holding is the most gray area I've ever seen in my life.
There is with holding, but
holding is terrible.
But in NBA, it seems like everything's a goddamn judgment call.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I mean, I see some games and the refs are doing great, and then I see most games and they're fucking terrible. It's like they've got an agenda or something. I hate to be the one that says this shit is rigged, but some games, I mean, you just can't fucking deny it. I mean, in football, in every game, I've seen games where I'm just like, dude, you can't deny this. There's a fucking agenda. Like, I don't know. I hate to be that guy, but I watch some games and there's just no fucking way around it. There's an agenda.
Yeah, it sucks that there ain't no games on till Saturday.
That does fucking suck, man.
Really isn't much on. You got
you got the women's NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I watched some of that.
Hey, it's not bad.
I watched some of that. I wish they would do it separate, not at the same damn time as the men's tournament. And I think that women's tournament would grow quick if they would do it that way.
I'd bet on it.
If they would do it if they would do it after the men's or before the men's, that women's tournament would do so much better. You know, a lot of people didn't even realize that it was on a Saturday or Sunday.
What, the women's tournament? Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I didn't fucking shit. Only reason I knew is because FanDuel had it when I'd go to bed. You'd see it on FanDuel.
You saw ESPN talk about it a few times just because the games were on ESPN, but you didn't. I mean, you don't see it advertised near as much as you do the men's team tournament, and doing it at the same time. It don't make no sense. Like I said earlier, you're competing against yourselves.
I don't know. That's weird.
Do that afterwards, and that tournament's going to be so. To me, I think that tournament would be a lot bigger if you've done it after the men's, or even if you've done it before. But
yeah, I would do it like right after, so that people that are still craving some shit maybe watch it, you know. And I wouldn't do it before just because people would be like, "Fuck this shit, I'm ready for that March Madness."
I'd start it right after the finals.
Yeah, I'd do
finals
it right
on
after.
a Monday. I'd start it on that during that week and that next weekend.
Yeah, that's the way I'd do it. But who knows why they're doing it like that? Hard fucking telling, man. It's NCAA for you. They don't even know what they're doing.
All right, moving on a little bit. Desean Watson. Have you seen this? It's got up to like 20 something cases or something.
Oh my god! Now I know it's a fucking hoax.
I don't know, man. It's I don't know what to think.
I hate to be the one. Like, I hate that if this shit is true, I hate it. Because of Desean Watson, what the fuck are you doing, man? Chris, baby.
Damn, we're having all kinds of technical difficulties. There we go.
there it is, baby.
I think I hit it when I was grabbing.
But I got one thing to say about Desean Watson. He's a beast. No, I'm just playing. Hey, man.
I don't know. You don't know what to believe. And
20 people coming forward, 20 women coming forward and saying that shit is pretty crazy. That's almost like he probably did some shit. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
If I was if I was some woman and thinking the way women think, and I done had a night out with Desean Watson, I'm coming forward. I want my check. I want my check like everybody else wants their check. Even if we just had a good night out and we at the end of the night we did our thing. Nah, he was touching me in ways I didn't like.
See, here's my thing though. Is the other thing that's kind of strange to me is usually you'll have people coming out and trying to defend them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Usually you'll have like women that they've been with or that they're with and shit would come out and try to defend him. You ain't getting none of that. So that's the other thing that's like, man, I don't know. It's just it's a fucked up situation. What in the heck is going on here?
Yeah. But women aren't really like that. Women are more, I want my check, then I'm going to be a real person and help this guy out. That's not really a woman's way of doing things.
Oh shit.
Let's just be real. Be real with yourselves. I already know how it is. The question is, do you? But hey, free that innocent man, Desean, man. Nah, if he did that shit, that's fucked up. That's all I gotta say. I hope he didn't though. I don't know why he would. He's fucking Desean Watson. He shouldn't have any fucking problem.
Yeah, man, people do. Man, I don't know, man.
People have power trips, man. People get obsessed with their fame and their money and their power, and that shit happens all the time. And they think they're fucking untouchable.
Yeah. Oh, I know people. Yeah, people do.
Ego is a motherfucker, man.
All right, moving on from that. Let's get something more positive here.
Hell yeah.
The Indianapolis Colts. They signed a left tackle over the weekend, and rumors are they're getting ready to sign another one. But something I found kind of interesting, I wanted to get your thoughts on, is Sammy Watkins is visiting the Colts on Wednesday.
Really?
Yes.
Shit, I kind of like that, man. I mean,
There's a couple other teams that are interested in him too. I don't know if he's already visited there or if he's going to, but he's supposed to be in Indy tomorrow.
Checking it out.
Yep, he's supposed to be in Indy tomorrow and visit with the Colts GM and stuff.
I like that, man. I think that's if the Colts could pull that off. I mean, can't hurt to have Watkins on. You know,
Man, I think if they can re-sign Hilton, you can keep Hilton with Pittman and what you have, and you add I think Watkins would be a good piece to add.
Yeah, he's. Hopefully, we can keep Ty. I want to keep Ty, but Watkins would definitely be. I don't think he's a number one receiver, but
that's what I'm saying. He'd be a good.
I think he's a great.
He'd be a real good piece to add if we can keep Hilton.
A great piece to add for sure.
If we can keep Hilton, I think he'd be a good add.
I think we need to keep Hilton, try to get Watkins, and I think we need to start transitioning Pittman Jr. into trying to make him a number one receiver.
And then Frank Reich said he 100% believes that Carson Wentz is the quarterback long-term fix in Indianapolis. Said that their plan was to draft a quarterback in the draft until Wentz fell in their lap. He seemed pretty confident. I know Carson Wentz was on Pat McAfee show on Friday, and after listening to that interview and kind of hearing Wentz talk and his thoughts on everything that happened, I think Wentz is in a good spot mentally, and I think he's gonna have a good year. I really do. I mean, we'll see. He might go out there and shit the bed, but just listening to like the way he was talking with Pat and his outlook and stuff, like he knows he didn't play very good last year. You know what I mean? He wasn't sitting there trying to make excuses and shit. You know what I mean? He even was giving Pat a little shit about because Pat was talking about how he didn't work with the Colts and shit. He was, you know what I mean? And that right there I like too because he got to Indy and that was the show he wanted to be on. He wanted to go there. He didn't want to do it on the phone. He wanted to go there.
Wanted to be there.
And Pat was one of the loudest about not wanting them in Indianapolis there for a while. So I like that. He could have kind of like just stayed away. You know what I mean? No, he went and had a good conversation with Pat. He told Pat, he said, he said, be a hater. He goes, my job is to change your mind. He goes, and we'll change your mind.
I hope he changes his mind. I hope he changes all of our minds because seeing Carson Wentz last year, I mean, it's fucking, he's got to change some fucking minds because that's his job to do it. And I'm all about down to change and believe. I want to believe. I already do kind of believe just because I want to see the Colts do good.
He didn't have the. I mean, if you think about it, he didn't have the offensive line
right
in Philly that we have with the Colts. Definitely didn't have the defense that he has now.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a good fit. I really do. I think him and Frank Reich are going to get things going. We need to get a couple more weapons receiving wise. Running back, we're pretty good, pretty damn good at running back with Mack and Taylor and Hines.
That's the good thing is like Carson Wentz is gonna have the help. Like we can run the fucking ball.
He don't have to he don't have to throw the ball 50 times a game.
Right. So not all the pressure and weight is on him. So this is like I said, this is like
and he can move.
He can move a little bit.
That's the thing about him. He can move.
And he couldn't ask for a better case scenario.
That was one of the things our offense I thought was hurting our offense a lot last year was Rivers played good, but he couldn't move. There was no threat of him getting out of that pocket at all.
No. He's like Tom Brady. It's just
worse than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
It looked like that motherfucker had cinder blocks on his ankles. If he had to take more than two steps, he was done.
He did his thing.
Oh, no, he played good.
He did his thing.
He played good. I like Phillip Rivers. I think he's a Hall of Famer. He played real good. He just that was his one thing. Is one thing he couldn't do. He couldn't move.
That's the thing. Is like when we signed Phillip Rivers, I was like, "Fuck, what the fuck are we thinking?" And then he did his thing, and then we could have easily won.
We didn't lose that playoff because of him.
No, not at all. And then I think there's a little more upside with Carson Wentz. So
yeah, he's younger. He can move.
Right. And he's proven that he can be one of the top quarterbacks if he's got the right system. So I hope he does, man.
If he can stay healthy.
he can stay healthy.
We need to. We need. That's why I think we need to get a good backup. Unless they think Easton's the guy.
We should have signed Fitzpatrick.
I thought. See, I told you this a couple weeks ago. I thought the Colts were going to sign Fitzpatrick or Alex Smith.
Yeah.
And Smith is still out there, so maybe they'll bring him in as a backup. But I was glad Fitzpatrick went to Washington.
So is he going? He's going to be starting for them, right?
Yeah. I think that's, from what I understand, that's what the plan is.
He was playing good last year.
You got Andy Dalton going to the Bears.
I don't know about that one.
I think the Bears wouldn't be getting as much shit for getting Dalton if all the fans wouldn't have got it set in their head and their hearts that they were getting Russell Wilson. I think if that wouldn't have been a thing and they brought in Dalton to replace Trubisky and Foles, I don't think it would have been that big a deal. I don't think the fans would have been turning on him as much.
Why do you think they hated Trubisky so much?
I don't know, man.
They just were not for Trubisky whatsoever.
But see, I think the problem more than anything is that fucking coach. I don't think that Nagy. I think his offensive system's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
He don't run the ball. Hell, you've had some good running backs there. That Cohen's pretty good. They had Howard there. Give him the fucking ball. That motherfucker wants to run a double reverse to try to pick up 1 yard.
Yeah, it might be the coaching, man.
Fucking be 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2, and he'll run a fucking double reverse or some. You know what I mean? It's like, fucking hand that ball off and get a fucking yard.
Yeah, they've had some decent running backs.
You have to be able to do that in the NFL. You can't depend on throwing the ball all the time.
No.
That's one thing that hurt the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, is their offensive line couldn't block.
Thinking Patrick Mahomes is a miracle maker. He's closest thing to it.
But their offensive line couldn't block at all.
No, they just got out fucking Tampa Bay's defense. They were a big part of why they won that Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
that fucking defense is no joke, man. But Tom Brady, of course, did his thing. He built the culture in 1 year. So I hand him that, but that defense, man, is no fucking joke.
No, it wouldn't.
Ain't no.
They got that Vita Vea back, and that made a ton of difference.
And Fournette playing as good as he did in the fucking playoffs and shit, man. That was a big part of it too, because Fournette was fucking going off.
I wonder, did they keep Fournette?
I don't know. I think they did.
I didn't know if he would stay or if he was going to try to go somewhere and get paid.
I know they kept Godwin, which was a genius move.
Yeah, they franchise tagged Godwin.
Yeah, Godwin's that guy, bro. And he's young. Godwin's only like 24. Godwin's that guy, dude. I like Mike Evans, but Mike Evans is more of like a deep threat, more of like a end zone guy. Like Godwin gets you down the field. Mike Evans makes the big plays.
And there's still been rumors that the Colts are going to get Zach Ertz.
Shit, wouldn't hurt. Get us another tight end. Fuck, we'll be looking pretty good. We get fucking Ertz and Watkins, man. We'll be fucking, dude, I'm telling you. I'm 100% putting a good little chunk of money on us winning the division next year.
Picked up an offensive tackle from the Chargers. And they're saying we're going to get this other guy from the Dolphins, too, to give us a little bit more depth at the offensive line. Then after that, to me, it's receiver and an edge rusher. We could use an edge rusher.
Yeah.
So we got Buckner up the middle. If we get somebody on the edge, fuck. Because you think about when the Colts had Freeney and Mathis on the edge, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
Yeah.
We was there at Mathis' last game.
You went to it?
That was the game me and you went to.
Oh, yeah, we went to it, and they was giving the fucking, okay, hell yeah, that was cool as fuck. Yeah, they shouted, the crowd was going crazy. That was before COVID. Shit was real.
On New Year's Day,
oh, my God.
We fucking woke up hungover.
Dude, I got like 20 minutes of sleep. Next thing I know, Chris is knocking at my door, and I feel like I'm dead. I literally feel like I'm dead. And then we drive all the way to Indy, and I felt like shit. But it was fun going and watching the game and shit, but I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling like straight shit that day. I felt terrible.
Once we ate, it wasn't as bad,
yeah.
But man, fuck.
Dude, I I just know like.
Well, I was in Indy on New Year's Eve and got back in town, slept for a couple hours, and picked you up when we drove back there.
Dude, I literally got like 40 minutes. I fell asleep at like, I don't know, you probably got to my house and we left at probably like 9 or something. It was early.
Yeah, it was something like that.
And I
the
went
game started like at noon or 1.
Yeah, so say we left at like 9. I went to sleep at like 8:40. And then the next thing I know, Chris is knocking at my door, and I'm like, dude, I just remember feeling like I was fucking dead. Like, dead, man. Oh, but hey.
And it ended up being a real good game.
It ended up being a real good game, so it was worth it. But I want to go. I'm ready for this COVID shit to be over. And fuck, I'd like to get like season tickets or something, man.
I'd like to.
That'd be so fucking awesome.
Baseball season's getting ready to start. I'm ready to go to some baseball games. Go watch my Red Legs. Hopefully they can win some games.
Hey, Reds gonna do their thing, man. I mean, last year was their chance, man. Last year was, I really believe that they were gonna pull something off, man. And they were right fucking there with, how far did Atlanta make it? They didn't make it to the World Series, did they, or did they?
To the World Series,
they made it like to the round. They made it to like right before the World Series, didn't they? Yeah, and the Reds had them, bro. The Reds fucking had them. And just couldn't. Everybody was swinging for the fucking fences.
Yeah, we couldn't hit. Our pitching was fucking unreal. But
everybody was trying to hit the fucking the hero ball instead of getting on fucking base and getting a base runner and getting a fucking run. Then I think the game went into like extra innings, 0-0 or some shit. The Reds had so many chances. Had a guy on third a couple times, just couldn't get a fucking run.
Dude, when your pitcher gives up 1 run. Or when your pitching gives up 1 run or 2 runs a game, you have to win games. You have to be able to score
fucking win games. No wonder Bauer went to fucking. I wish he wouldn't have went to the fucking Dodgers, man. Why are you gonna sell out and go to the Dodgers, Bauer? Why the fuck you gonna sell out, man? I know everybody wants rings. Nobody talks about that shit in baseball, but fucking NBA, you go to a good team, you're the fucking most hated. But fucking baseball, it's all gravy. Go to the Dodgers. Like the Dodgers ain't good enough.
And the NBA's having trouble right now keeping their stars on the court. I don't think KD was playing tonight. Irving wasn't playing tonight. Harden was questionable.
Yeah.
And LeBron and Davis aren't playing.
Kawhi never plays.
I mean,
Kawhi never plays. That dude, I don't even know if he's in the NBA anymore. He just shows up.
He said he never plays.
He just shows up in the playoffs, and like you're like, is that fucking Kawhi? Is he here? He just shows up. His uncle makes him. His fucking crazy ass uncle is like, Kawhi, it's time to play, boy. And Kawhi gets up and he just goes plays a fucking robot.
They said Irving wasn't playing because of personal reasons. Fuck, who knows? Who knows with that dude?
Who, Irving?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, and then Curry.
Yeah, Curry.
He ain't playing tonight with a bruised elbow.
Did you see how Curry got hurt? You didn't see the video, like the clip of it, dude. He like shoots a 3 and then he just like, he could have stopped himself. Like, I don't know. I'd have to see it in like fast motion, but he just kept backing up and backing up and backing up. And the dude could have stopped. It looked to me like he could have just stopped at any point, but he was like, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. But then the way he fell, he fucked up you could tell that he started pinching his ass as soon as he did it. I was like, what are you doing, dude?
No, I didn't see it. I saw today that said that he was out with a bruised tailbone.
Yeah, you got to watch it, bro, because it looks like he could have stopped.
And then I saw Draymond Green say that he was the best defensive player ever.
Draymond, hands down. Hands down.
But then him and somebody was arguing about it. Oh, I can't remember now. But yeah, he said Draymond's he's a good guy to have in your team because he's gonna give you that grit, that little bit of toughness. You know what I mean? He's gonna play good defense, going board. But he's not like a guy. He ain't a star. He's not a guy that you can put on a team by itself and he's going to lead you to win games.
He's not a guy that you can put on like a bad team and win games. But he's a guy that
he's a perfect guy to have with.
He averages like 8 assists.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a perfect guy to have with some good couple. If you have a couple stars,
he's an old school fucking grit and grind.
He's
leader.
He's a lot like Rodman was.
Yes, like
their style of play is real close,
and his leading abilities are insane. He's a great fucking leader, dude.
Draymond's probably a better passer than what Rodman was. but their games are pretty similar in the rebounding and defense, and
Like
adds that spark.
he gives Curry a chance to play more of shooting guard, like in which Curry is more of a shooting guard anyways, and he gives Curry like Draymond comes down, he's like he brings the ball down, he's the floor general, and Curry doesn't stop moving and opens up shots, and dude, it's great basketball really, and Draymond's really fucking good at that. Like he don't get enough credit because he scores 4 or 5 points a game, but
I think people are underrating the Warriors when they get Thompson back.
oh dude. Have you heard Thompson talking about coming back? Oh, it's a wrap. When Thompson comes back, Golden State gonna be back on top, dude. Thompson is gonna be. I think Thompson's gonna come back better than he ever was.
I think people are underrating how good they're gonna be when they get Thompson back. Because that Oubre has developed with Thompson being out, so that's gonna give you a good 6-man.
And Oubre. Man, Oubre's something else, man. I don't know how I feel about Oubre.
I think he'd make a pretty good 6-man. A guy that you're not depending on being the starter. And
a good 6th man. I don't think he's a starter because he's just too fucking wacky for me. He's too on and off.
That's like Kuzma.
Yeah,
Kuzma is.
Kuzma is. Ugh. People talk about him like he's like.
I don't understand the hype on
Kuzma.
Yeah,
just on the Lakers. You put Kelly Oubre on the Lakers, they're gonna be talking about Kelly Oubre like they talk about Kuzma. I don't understand the hype. He has his moments. Kuzma has his moments, but in general, like I said, I seen it in the chat earlier. Dude said Kyle, the human highlight reel Kuzma. Oh shit, that's just good shit, dude. The human highlight reel. Oh, Kyle, the human highlight reel Kuzma, motherfucker. Put some respect on his name. Oh
shit. Dude, there's games that he'll get in a little bit of a rhythm, hit some shots. But then there's other games, dude. Oh my God. I'm like, how is this motherfucker even in the NBA?
Lakers are terrible without LeBron, and Lakers worry me, dude, because if LeBron ain't on the floor, they don't have no depth. They don't have no depth. And it seems like if you looked at the roster on paper, it would seem like they got some depth. But you watch them play and you're like, what the fuck? If LeBron's off the floor, they're a team. If you took LeBron off of that team, still with Anthony Davis, I don't know if they make the playoffs. I mean, it is fucking, they're terrible, dude. I mean, they got beat last time I looked, it was 96-66. They were down to the Pelicans. Down 30 points to the fucking Pelicans.
The team that is disappointing me right now is the Indiana Pacers. Man, we have a lot of talent on that team, dude. And there's games that we look like we could play against anybody. Then there's other games we don't even look like we're an NBA team.
No. I don't know what is up with the Pacers, man. Pacers are fucking terrible.
They shouldn't be. I mean, they have some players.
They're not terrible. I don't want to say they're terrible. Right
now they wouldn't make the playoffs. Well, they'd be in that little playing tournament thing to get in the playoffs. We're fucking 10th right now in the East.
Can't be many games back though, are we?
I don't think so.
I was gonna say we can't be too many games back. I'll tell you who's been playing good is Charlotte. Charlotte's been looking tough, even though LaMelo Ball just went out for the remainder of the season, which is crazy because he was going to win Rookie of the Year. I should have bet fucking Anthony Edwards.
That dude's been killing too.
Because now that LaMelo's out the rest of the year, Anthony Edwards is going to win Rookie of the Year.
He's been killing, dude.
And you probably could have got him for plus fucking 400 or 500 probably. And now he's probably because there's another kid that's on what team is it? There's some kid, I don't know too much about him. I haven't really seen him play. He's on what team is he on? I seen him play the other day. I don't know. I can't remember right now. But there's another kid that a lot of people are talking. I haven't even really seen him play. But people have been saying that he's looking like he could be Rookie of the Year. but I can't remember what fucking team he's on.
I'm not
Can't
sure.
remember his name either, but he was in second in the race of Rookie of the Year last time I looked, but that was a while ago. And after these, but that was before these last couple Anthony Edwards games. And now Anthony Edwards might be fucking looking like Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he's been playing tough.
Because he's been on fucking fire.
Sixers looking pretty good, too.
Yeah, Sixers are beating the Warriors they're the last one on my bet, too, Sixers. And they're up 18 points on the Warriors right now, but that's without Curry. But Sixers are looking pretty tough. They're looking pretty fucking good, man. And like last year, they were terrible away. They only played good at home. This year, they're playing pretty good away. So maybe they'll be able to do something. It depends if Joel Embiid comes back. If he comes back, they could do something.
Seems like Doc Rivers has been a good fit over there.
Yeah. Dude, if I was any team, after I seen how Doc Rivers treated last year in the bubble with the Clippers, I would not hire him.
Yeah, but was that all him, or was that coming from...
I remember one thing I seen.
Was that all him, or was some of that coming from up above?
Well, one thing I seen was they were going into like game 7 against who'd they lose to? The Nuggets. Yeah. They were going into game 7 against the Nuggets. And Doc Rivers, he was doing an interview before the game, and he's like, I'm not going to do all that Disney talk, all this and that. If we play a good basketball game, we win. And like, I'm just like, bro, you got to make your players believe. Like, I know these are grown men, but dude, I'm like, I'm right now, I'm 28. If I was in the NBA and my coach comes in and he's just giving us this fucking, like, come on, bro, that shit works, bro. Like, I don't care what nobody says. Like, you got to get your team hype and ready to play and make them realize what they're playing for. Otherwise, because you had fucking Kawhi, Mr. Nonchalant, fucking Paul George, Mr. Brick City. I'm like, you got to get these motherfuckers head in the game. That's your fucking job. That's what you are there to do. And he was like, oh, I'm not going to give him no speech. He was like, I'm not giving no speech before the game. That's all that bullshit. I don't do that. And I'm like, dude, I'm never hired this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they catered too much to Kawhi and Paul George last year, and it screwed up the chemistry of the team.
I agree. I think
they're looking better this year so far. But
I guess they're fucking terrible, dude. I've watched some Clipper games. They're lucky. They play the last minute. They play the last quarter and a half of the game and get lucky and win by a couple points a lot. But that shit is not going to work in the playoffs. And that's what they're going to try to do in the playoffs because their fucking stars never fucking play.
I'll tell you, a team gets overlooked.
Nobody cares.
Gets overlooked just because they don't have, like, say, your big name star is the Utah Jazz. Fucking Jazz are tough, dude.
Jazz are tougher than fuck. I really like the Jazz.
And in a 7-game series, I think the Jazz can give anybody a problem.
The Jazz are going to give... If there's a team that beat the Jazz in the playoffs, it's going to be game 6 or 7. It's going to probably be game 7 because the Jazz are fucking dogs, man. Those dude, Donovan Mitchell, he plays with a fucking point to prove. And he's clutch, man. I've seen him do some crazy-ass clutch shit.
Bogdanovich.
Jordan Clarkson is tougher than fuck, dude. Jordan Clarkson is one of the best. I'm pretty sure Jordan Clarkson don't start. I'm pretty sure he comes off the bench. He's got to be in running for 6th man of the year.
They have what? They have Conley too.
Conley starts. Mitchell starts. Bogdanovich, Gobert, and I can't remember who their power forward is.
Man, I mean they have a deep team.
Oh, I think it was Royce O'Neal for a while, but I think somebody was hurt.
They have a deep team.
Oh, they got a fucking... And, dude, Jordan Clarkson has to be in the running for 6th man of the year. And he has to be.
The Phoenix Suns aren't bad either.
Fucking Suns. The Suns are pretty good. I like the Suns, but I don't think they're any threat in the play. I don't want to say that. With Chris Paul, you're a threat. And when it comes time, like playoff time, after what I seen last year, if Chris Paul can do anything like he did during the playoffs last year, I think they went to game 7 against the Jazz, maybe, I think it was. in the bubble last year. And I mean, dude, Chris Paul was fucking insane. So if he can do anything like that in the playoffs and Devin Booker don't freeze up in the moment, the Suns could do something.
Yeah, Booker has a clip. When he gets going.
When he gets going. Sometimes that motherfucker is hitting nothing but Brick City. But I would say he's more likely to get going than be throwing up bricks. Like Paul George, Brick City. That motherfucker's building houses with the bricks he throws up.
And don't make sometimes that dude hits everything, and then he goes through spurts where he can't hit a goddamn thing.
Hit a goddamn thing. I don't know about fucking Paul George, man. This thing about how he did in Game 7 of the bubble, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George both scored like 18 points combined.
Oh yeah.
In Game 7.
George didn't play.
How?
George didn't play good at all in the bubble.
That's what's going to happen when you take the regular season as a joke. That's what's going to fucking happen every time.
He said it was because he was depressed and stuff from being in the bubble.
You don't, well, everyone else is living in that same circumstance. You don't see him running around fucking crying.
Yeah, I don't.
And like I said, dude, you can't play in half the season and shit. Like, you can't learn how to close out games with your team and shit. That's where the Clippers think they're so talented and so good that they just the regular season ain't shit. We'll get to the playoffs, then we'll play. That's just not how it works. You build a relationship and a chemistry with your team throughout the season, and you can't do that if you're fucking sitting out every other game. You just can't. And your teammates don't believe in you because they're sitting out here getting beat by some poop team, and they're like, where the fuck is Kawhi? Why he gets to just relax and chill because he don't want to fucking play? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I'm so sick of it, dude. I'm so fucking sick of it. But that's today's NBA.
Yeah, nobody plays back-to-backs anymore.
It's crazy, dude. I can't fucking stand it.
That's why I don't watch hardly none of the regular season because you never know who's going to be playing, who's going to be trying. No, I like watching the playoffs, but it's hard to watch the regular season. But really, I watch the Pacers about all I watch in the regular season.
You got to seriously pick
and if there's something else on, sometimes I don't watch the Pacers. It just depends on if they're on and what else is on.
You got to pick and choose what games you're going to watch because there's only a select few teams out here that go out every night and give it their all. There's maybe 3 or 4 in the league that play their hardest every night. And that's the Jazz and the Suns, maybe. I don't know. Lately, they've been getting beat by some shit teams. They let the Timberwolves come back they were up like 10 in the fourth quarter and let the Timberwolves come back and beat them. You can't be trying if you let the Timberwolves come back and beat you. So, I don't fucking know, dude. Fucking, I could go on all day about these fucking teams and not trying and getting paid millions and.
Getting back to the NCAA tournament, there's another thing that I was thinking about. Let's see what you think about this. Look at the excitement that comes with March Madness for the basketball tournament. All that excitement. I mean, it starts with that Sunday when they release the brackets up till the Final Four. You know what I mean? That's over the weekend. That's mainly what everybody was doing. They was watching college basketball.
Hell yeah.
But then you go to college football, and they do this little 4-game playoff thing.
Bullshit.
Now, if college basketball gets all that attention for a 64-team tournament, think how much attention football would get if they went to like 8 teams or 12 teams, or if they expanded that and had an actual tournament. Dude,
I agree.
I don't understand. I don't understand why.
Give us a 16-team bracket.
Yeah, even
a 16-team bracket. Just give us 16 teams. Because who doesn't want to see the underdog prevail? Name one person on this earth that don't want to see the underdog prevail.
Because the way they got college football set up now,
I'm not even interested.
A smaller college has no chance of playing for a championship.
They could Coastal Carolina. They go undefeated all season long and you're too small.
I mean, yeah. And with the NCAA, look how many smaller schools are still in it.
Right. And that's what makes March Madness so great. You know what I mean? Like the story, that's what we need in college football.
Like that Loyola Chicago fucking putting it on Illinois. Nobody thought that was going to happen. Nobody thought that Abilene Christian was going to beat Texas. I mean, hell, a couple years ago, nobody thought that, I forget who beat them now, but thought they were going to beat fucking Virginia. When Virginia was the number 1 seed, you know what I mean?
Right. Virginia, man, I can't believe they lost to Ohio. Hey, it was a MAC school, though. You know, shout out to the MAC.
And it's been, I can't remember how many years, but it's been a lot of years since like all 4 number 1 seeds made the Final Four.
Yeah. It's not going to happen this year.
No, there's still 2.
Still 2 number 1.
3. Still 3.
What's that?
Number 1 seeds left.
Is there?
Gonzaga, Michigan, and
yeah.
Baylor.
Hey.
Only number 1 seed that's not in it is Illinois. And dude, I'm telling you, if that team plays like if they play like that against Illinois, and I'm not saying they're not gonna be able to play like that every game, but if they play like that, they're gonna be tough for anybody to fucking beat, dude. Their defense looked fucking man.
Loyola always makes noise in the NCAA tournament, man.
And then that center they have, I can't think of his name right now, but
that dude's tough.
That dude, man.
He's tough. Remember I said the only motherfucking good player they got is that fucking center. That motherfucker, dude. I hate that motherfucker because he killed my bracket. But I don't hate the guy. He's a hell of a fucking center.
Man.
But I don't understand it.
You think Garza makes it in the NBA?
Yeah. I think he does. I mean, are you asking me, do I think he's going to make it to the NBA, or do I think he's going to be a successful NBA player?
A successful NBA player.
Yeah, I do. He's got heart. He loves the sport. I think he'll be all right. But I don't I see him up against.
I don't know if he's quick enough.
That's a possibility.
I hope. I mean, don't get me wrong. I hope he does. But you see a lot of the guys that are great in college, and
he can shoot the 3, right? He's a pretty good 3-point shooter, isn't he?
Yeah, he can shoot.
I think he'll be all right. I think he's gonna give him a couple more years to grow.
That dude for fucking Oregon. Ooh.
Fucking Oregon.
They look tough, man.
I can't believe Oregon beat them that bad. I really didn't think
they couldn't. Dude, they didn't have a good shooting game at all, man.
That's been the story of the tournament. Teams go out here and they just can't they can't get a fucking bucket. And the other team catches a whiff of that, and then they just start going off, building the lead, and then they can never come back because there's no fucking crowd to get them going or anything. They just fucking die out. I don't know, man. The tournament's been so weird. I quit. I'm done betting on them. I won't bet on them fucking games because you don't know who. If I do bet on them, I'm taking the underdog every time.
I'm ready for this weekend.
Oh, man. It's going to be some good fucking games. I'm real excited for this weekend, man.
Be some real good games, I think.
Who's USC play again? That's the one I was looking for.
USC plays.
Fuck. Who is it?
Oregon.
That game is gonna be crazy, dude. But hey, the way this year's going, it might be a fucking blowout. You just don't fucking know.
You have Gonzaga against Creighton, USC against Oregon, Michigan against Florida State, UCLA against Alabama, Baylor against Villanova, Arkansas. Who's Arkansas play? Arkansas against Oral Roberts. Loyola, Chicago against Oregon State. And Syracuse against Houston. Dude, Rutgers blew that game against Houston.
Did they?
They led almost a whole fucking game and fell apart at the end and lost.
Like I said, Houston, I'm still not bought in. I'm still not balled in on Houston. Who'd you say they play again? My bad.
Syracuse.
Syracuse
Syracuse
is on fucking fire. Syracuse is caught in fucking heat, dude. I know.
Yeah.
I will say that about Syracuse. And they got that fucking one dude that just don't miss. Well, he did the last game. He was throwing up bullshit and it was just going in, which every players have those games. I get it, but is he gonna have that game again? That's the big question. And Houston ain't.
Is that the coach's son?
Tall, lengthy kid.
Buddy Boheim or something like that?
It could be. I'm not sure, to be honest, so I don't want to say. But he's like a tall, lengthy kid. Real skinny. I can't remember what his name was, but he was fucking going off, dude. I don't think Syracuse is going to beat Houston. I don't think they're going to beat Houston.
Yeah, Rutgers, man, I thought for sure Rutgers had them, and they fell apart.
That's some Big Ten shit for you. Getting beat by poop teams. No, I'm just like, Houston's a good team.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, I did. Watching that game, I thought for sure they were going to lose that game.
Still can't get over Illinois fucking losing.
Rutgers fell apart there at the end. Illinois, man, I kept waiting for Illinois to go on a run. Like, oh, they're going to go on a run. They're going to go on a run. And it never fucking happened.
It's probably going to be fucking Baylor and Gonzaga. That's probably who it's going to end up being. Loyola might make it. If they, like I said, though, Loyola's got their fucking hands full this week. Their first game, Loyola, they got their fucking hands full. Oregon State is not going to let a game go. Like, no,
that's going to be a hell of a game.
Loyola might win. I would say they probably are the favorite. But I'm telling you, Oregon State are some fucking dogs, man.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be
those
a good
kids
game.
Are not going to – came too far. They played their ass off, won their tournament. They played their ass off, won their first 2 games. They're not going out with ease, man. And they're pretty deep team, dude. They're pretty fucking good. They got big shot makers. That's one thing about Oregon State. They got big shot makers, dude. They got kids that aren't scared to fucking take that shot and knock it down.
Yeah. Now, I think that's going to be a good game. The USC and Oregon, I think, will be a good game. I think Michigan and Florida State could end up being pretty good. Think Oral Roberts can beat Arkansas? I don't know. I didn't think Oral Roberts would beat Ohio State.
I know this is best case scenario for Arkansas. That's what I can say. This is best case scenario. But it's hard to beat a team that's on a run and got a lot of momentum and are thinking, man, we're almost there. We're fucking came in 15th seed and we're fucking almost there. Like, it's hard to beat a team with that kind of momentum.
Yeah.
And with like I said, nothing to lose. Arkansas has everything to lose. They should the clear cut favorite. No one thinks Oral Roberts, but like Oral Roberts, they have nothing to lose. They're playing with no pressure. At the end of the day, if they lose this game, they're happy as fuck with what they did. So they're going to be like, man, we came in here 15 seed, beat Ohio State. Who did they beat after Ohio State?
Oral Roberts.
Yeah.
Florida.
Beat Florida. They lose this game, they're going to leave with their heads held high. I guarantee it. They might be a little upset at first, but they're going to think back and be like, man, that was a crazy season. Arkansas, not so much. You're supposed to beat Oral Roberts.
I still can't believe USC beat Kansas like that.
How? How the fuck does USC beat Kansas? Like, by 40 fucking points, dude. It's just fucking nuts to me. I should have bet fucking USC minus 30. Not a fucking 1 a million. Crazy. Kansas was one of the only teams that beat fucking Baylor this year. And they can't even beat goddamn USC.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Teams get hot. Some teams get hot at the right time, and other teams peak too early. Where you have a game where you turn the ball over a lot.
USC couldn't hit a shot, or couldn't miss a shot, and Kansas couldn't hit a shot. It's just how it goes, man. And once you go down that rabbit hole where you give the team this 20-point lead and you can't hit nothing and they can't miss, in this tournament is over. If a team takes a 20-point lead in this tournament, I don't know if there's been I would like to know what the biggest comeback win is, because there can't be many and can't be too far. Because it's every game I've seen where a team's had a big lead, they fucking win. They hold it.
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part.
You can't let these teams come and jump out on you and get this fucking big-ass lead on you, or you're fucked. Because all they got to do is just match your scoring from that point on. Every time they get a bucket, all you got to do is come down and get a bucket. Can't catch up. These kids, they're kids, man. They fold. They fold like suitcases.
You can't turn the ball over as much as some of them do either.
No.
Turnovers kill you.
Can't do a Pacers and make it far. Can't be the Indiana Pacers and make it far.
No.
You can't turn the ball over 20 times a game.
Don't understand it, dude.
I don't get it, man. Pacers it's like they're fucking tanking. I don't understand. Which, I mean, maybe, honestly, the Pacers gave us, like, so many good years in a row that one bad season to, like, kind of reset, get your players healthy. I'm with it, man. I'm with fucking Pacers taking a season off, getting fucking LeVert 100% back, get Warren 100% back. Because I think we just get everybody healthy. We keep our depth. We come back next year. We're looking at a great season. But honestly, I see him trading Miles Turner at some point. I don't see Turner being on the team.
Lakers have been calling about him.
I think a lot of teams have. A lot of teams want Turner. Because he's putting on, dude, I ain't going to lie, Turner's putting on a clinic this year, blocking the ball.
Oh, yeah, he's tough on defense. But, yeah, he's tough on defense, but I know that the Lakers have been trying to get him. I thought there was somebody else that was trying to get him, too.
I think Washington made some offers or was talking about it. But who the fuck is Washington going to offer? Who the fuck Washington going to offer? You better be giving up fucking Westbrook and I don't even want Westbrook, but you better be giving up Bradley Beal.
Westbrook
can stay over there in Washington for all I give a damn. I'm not a big Westbrook fan. I think he's an entertaining player to watch. But man, this dude can blow big games like I've never seen before.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen someone so capable of, because it's like he's so like talented, like he's so like got so much natural ability that like, and he's so like that teams like Washington have no option but to put the ball in his hands in big moments, and like even if he's passing it, like this motherfucker's gonna fuck up. Like I've seen this dude in big moments dribble the ball up to about the free throw line. Jump shot, air ball from the free throw line in big moments. I've seen it like many times. I've seen him airball 3-pointers in big moments many times. Like, I do not want Westbrook on my team. Please no.
16 lawsuits, 24 women come forward.
24 women come forward?
Joe Flacco signed with the Eagles.
What?
Joe Flacco signed with the Eagles.
Damn. Yeah, dude. I played, like I said, I played Madden the other day.
For 1 year, $3.5 million guaranteed contract for new Eagles QB Joe Flacco. Can make up to $4 million more in incentives. Yeah, I still don't understand that. You played Madden and Kaepernick was
Yeah, dude. My first game of my career, This is exactly the 2021 season or the 2020 season. The schedule you play on Madden 21 is the 2020 NFL season. So I was the Colts. I played the Jaguars. First game. Colin Kaepernick is the quarterback for the Jags. I said, what the fuck? I said, this motherfucker he's not even in the NFL. How the fuck am I playing Colin Kaepernick? I said, oh shit, here we go. Forcing me to be righteous.
Yeah, I haven't. Only thing I've played on Madden has been playing like you and Austin online, so I haven't been playing that. So
you know what my first thought was when I seen Kaepernick walking out on the field? Easy dub. An easy W. Probably the easiest dub. I don't even think they scored a point. I sacked Kaepernick about 10 times, 10 fumbles. It was easy. It was the easiest win I've ever got on Madden.
Check this out. NCAA Tournament betting recap after round of 32. Underdogs are 30-21 against the spread. That's 59%. Unders were 28-21-2 for 57%. And first half unders are 31-19-1 for 62%. So the underdogs won almost 60% of the time.
Wow.
In the round of 32.
You say the underdogs won 62% of the time?
Underdogs won 59%. Underdogs were 30-21.
Imagine if you put $100 on each underdog. You would have cashed the fuck out.
Underdogs are 30-21. That's 59% against the spread. And the unders are 28-21-2. That's 57%. And first half unders are 31-19-1.
All I know is I lost a lot of money on that first day of the tournament, so I'm not betting that shit again. Fuck that.
Yeah, I knew you lost some because I knew you took North Carolina.
I took North Carolina and Purdue, and they both lost.
I thought Wisconsin would win that game.
Oh, they didn't win that game. They controlled that game.
They didn't do shit the next game, though. Well, they played Baylor tough there for a while. Baylor had just had too much talent for them. They played them tough for a while, though. There really ain't a whole lot going on. Colts signed offensive tackle Sam Tevy. He played for the Chargers.
Sam Tevy.
And I guess sounds like they're going to get Julian Davenport from the Dolphins. Both of them are tackles.
Okay.
Still can't believe the Eagles signed Joe Flacco.
This is a fucking...
Worst NBA teams against the spread. Rockets at 13-29. Cavaliers at 17-26. Indiana Pacers 17-25.
I told you every time I bet the Pacers, I win.
Raised by Minnesota 18
against the Pacers.
Minnesota 18-24. And the Heat 18-24.
The Heat? It's a little bit of a surprising one. The Heat was hurt, though, for a while.
Marcus Mariota stayed with the Raiders. He took a pay cut, but not as big a pay cut as they were trying to make him.
You remember when Mariota came in and played last season?
Yeah.
If I was the Colts, I'd have signed him to a max contract. From what I've seen last season, max contract. Derek Carr on the bench. I honestly thought that they were gonna trade Derek Carr for Russell Wilson. I thought that was gonna happen. I thought also that I heard Desean Watson for Russell Wilson straight up, but that ain't gonna happen. Not now. Desean Watson got some shit he got to work out before he's ready to play again.
He might be getting suspended.
Yeah, he ain't going to have to worry about sitting out this season. His ass going to get suspended.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think, though, honestly, Chris, if Desean Watson all this sitting out shit never happened, there was never a word of it, do you think the same allegations would be out right now?
I don't know, because it's hard.
That's just what's weird to me. I don't think they would.
It's hard. I don't know, because
as soon as he does some crazy shit, now these allegations come out.
We'll find out here pretty soon.
And the problem with these allegations is you can't really prove that it didn't happen.
Yeah, but for them to do anything, they're gonna have to have proof. So.
They're gonna have to have proof, but in this society, claiming that somebody did that is just as bad as actually doing it. That's how our society is these days. You might have never did it. Desean Watson might have never did shit. But just being accused of it is just as bad as actually doing it. It's cancel culture.
Oh, yeah.
Which is fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird situation. We'll see here in the next week or two what comes of it.
Yep. I just hope this don't ruin. Like, if he did it, then whatever. But if he didn't do it, which I'm going to sit on the side that he didn't do it until it's proven, because that's the American way, then you're innocent until proven guilty in my eyes.
Yeah.
But that's going to change soon. You're going to fucking...
We'll see. I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's weird both ways, so it's hard to... Because to me, you would think more people would be coming out in his defense. But I don't know, man. And how fucked up this world is, you never know what's fucking, especially on the internet. You never know what's true or not fucking true.
Yeah. And on it, like, having people come out in his defense, like, he's
not him having people come out in his defense. I would figure, like, women that he...
Oh, no. That ain't happening.
I'm talking about, like, women that he had, like, other people that gave him massages, other masseuses and stuff. You would think some of them would say, no, this ain't, you know what I mean? And you're really not hearing any of that.
Well, that's probably because he went to these places expecting that, and he probably got it willingly. But then it was probably like a little known thing in his group. And then he did all this shit. Someone got some dirt on him and was like, hey, went to these women and were like, hey, I'll pay you $20,000 if you say Desean Watson did this. That's because, and like, these women don't want to be caught up in no legal shit either. So they're just going to stay out of it. The ones that aren't. But once women start seeing that money, man, that's all they see is that check. And men too.
Yeah. Money will cause it. A lot of people, men or women, to do some fucking crazy ass shit.
But mostly women. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit.
I'm just kidding.
All right, you ready to get out of here, man?
Yeah, man. Go ahead and hit that Indiana. Please stand up for y'all.
All right, this has been Gonzo Sports Room with Chris and Steve. Thanks for joining us. You can find us on all the social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all Gonzo Sports Room. Also, you can find our podcast on Gonzo Sport Room on Spotify, Breaker Podcast, Pocket Cast, Anchor. About anywhere you can find podcasts. It's getting put on new platforms about every day. Thanks for your support. Baby. Please like and subscribe. If you like what you're hearing, be a friend and tell a friend. Peace.
Peace.